Slater, what the hell were you thinking? What are you doing booking me into a Fatal 4-Way match for my championship? What did I do to deserve this? I'm the hardcore champion. For your disrespect, I should get to choose my opponent. Who do you think you are booking me into a Fatal 4-Way match? I have a 75% chance of losing my title. What could you have been thinking? Well, Ryan, you haven't defended that belt at all since you won it. Irrelevant! Irrelevant! It doesn't matter that I haven't defended it because I haven't had the opportunity to defend it. So what you need to do is cancel the Fatal 4-Way and let me choose my opponent for the pay-per-view at Overboard. You know what, Ryan? I'll tell you what's irrelevant. Your opinion, that's what. You know what? For your little outburst, I'm putting you in a match against the Savior Jam tonight. And since you're dressed to compete, you seem like you're ready to go right now. So go get your ass out to that ring before I fire you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Tennessee, Jam. Approaching the ring from Manchester, England, the undisputed wrestling hardcore champion of Ryan Mitchell.
What's up, YouTube? This is Mouse97 and welcome back to another episode of WWE 13 Universe Mode. And we're kicking things off here on Wednesday Night Wipeout with a pile driver from Jam onto Ryan Mitchell, the UCW Hardcore Champion. But we've already seen Ryan Mitchell had an encounter with Slater in his office, stating that he was upset about the Fatal 4-Way he was booked into. And as a result, he's got this matchup against Jam. And it seems like Jam has pretty much been like security for Slater. He's just been well, so far it looks like he's gonna deal with whoever crosses the boss. I mean, we've also seen 17 get involved as well, so I mean, who knows exactly who's all gonna be working for Slater, but it looks like Slater's got some security anyway, just dealing with anybody who crosses him or gets out of line, is what it's seemed like so far, because Slater, he hasn't really been too hostile yet, just it's been more of the superstars being hostile towards him that has really set him off. And as we've seen, he's been pretty vicious so far once that fuse is lit. But anyway, so we already know that it's going to be Ryan Mitchell defending his Hardcore Championship against Amazing X and the former UCW Television Champion Max Bell. But we still have yet to find out who will be the fourth competitor in that Fatal 4-Way for the Hardcore Championship. So I guess we're yet to find that out, but we will find out in the coming weeks if Slater has somebody in mind or if he's going to set up another match, what exactly the plan is going to be. But the Overboard pay-per-view is approaching very soon. It's about a month away. And as we see big clotheslines in the corner by Jams, he's just been punishing Ryan Mitchell here. And that's pretty much what this match is punishment for Ryan Mitchell for the way he acted to Slater. And Jam rubbing his face into the mat. And there's an elbow, as we see. He was rubbing his face in his own dirty deeds. I don't know. But anyway, so The audio might be a little bit off in this one because it does get out of sync, but then it resyncs itself, so I just want to apologize, but what a move that was by Jam. I actually didn't know they had that move in the game. I'm going to have to give that to Cody Rhodes then, because that's the move that Rhodes has been using. Hopefully Rhodes has that in 2K14. But a spine buster from Jam. And now Jam going to the top rope here. What does he have in mind? Oh my god, a leg drop off the top rope. That's not somewhere we've seen Jam go too often since his debut. And an elbow drop. But to be fair, we've only seen Jam compete in 2 matches since his debut. One being his debut, and the other one against the World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus on SmackDown. This is his 3rd match since debuting last Thursday. Well, I guess if you want to say it that way, this is his 2nd match since debuting. But now Jam has Ryan Mitchell into the corner. And again, he's just setting up Ryan Mitchell for another pile driver. As he's just been demolishing the head of Ryan Mitchell with these pile drivers. And an elbow to the top of the head of Ryan Mitchell. And Jam, what else could he possibly have in mind? Ryan Mitchell trying to fight back here. And now he's got Jam up with a back suplex. And look at Ryan Mitchell kipping back up to his feet. And now here we go. Ryan Mitchell trying to start up a second wind here with a head scissor takedown. Just trying to get fired up. To try to get some offense going, but it's Jam with a counter. And he went for a big boot, but once again, Ryan Mitchell able to block the corner running big boot from Jam. And now as we see Ryan Mitchell, but there's a counter by Jam. And now as he's got him by the head, just dragging him around the ring. That's another cool thing that they're going to be changing up in 2K14, the dragging animation. It's going to look more realistic, and it's going to be easier to get to places, so that'll be helpful. And a big knee to the face. As Ryan Mitchell's face was dangling over the apron there, Jam drove his knee right into the face of Ryan Mitchell. But Ryan Mitchell with a counter, and once again going for the head scissor takedown. And I apologize if you hear me breathing, but it's just I talk with a lot of emphasis when I do my commentaries. I put a lot of force behind my words, so I have to take breaths every now and then. So I'm trying to back away from the mic so you guys don't hear it. But in my promos and stuff, I kind of do it too. I don't know why I do it, but I mean, I just put a lot of force in my commentary. So as you see, the belly-to-belly takedown by Jam. So I apologize if you hear that and if that bugs you, but I'm trying to back away from it. And now as you see, Jam setting up Ryan Mitchell, looking to finish him off here with the soda twist clothesline. He's already put away 2 superstars with that maneuver. No one is kicked out of it yet. 1, 2, 3, and Jam is victorious. Well, I guess, you know what? I'm not even going to address the little no-sell by Sheamus on SmackDown. No one kicked out of it, but, I mean, Sheamus kind of no-sold on SmackDown. But screw that. That was a game error. But anyway, so Jam gets a victory over Ryan Mitchell, and Ryan Mitchell getting his just desserts here from Slater. And I guess that's what happens when you cross the boss. Well, I guess he's not the boss, but I don't know. He seems to be acting like it. We'll have to see what Xander thinks about this.
Approaching the ring from your darkest fears, Demon Douglas.
Welcome back to Wednesday Night Wipeout as we have another contest between John Morrison and Demon Douglas. As we haven't seen John Morrison since the Capital Punishment pay-per-view. And so yeah, we have to see John Morrison, or we get to see John Morrison in his first competition in ring since the pay-per-view when he lost to Brian Cole. And Demon Douglas, we know he's just been tearing through the roster as of late. Well, really just one man in particular, and that's Nicolas Colt, where Demon Douglas has defeated him twice now to become the #1 contender for the UCW Championship at Overboard. So we know it's going to be Demon Douglas versus Nicolas Colt at the pay-per-view for the UCW title. And you have to say, the odds are stacked in Demon Douglas's corner at the moment. Well, not the odds are stacked, but it seems like Demon Douglas has the upper hand. He's in full control of the momentum with 2 victories over Nicolas Colt, but we'll have to see if that changes tonight when Nicolas Colt goes one-on-one with Brian Cole, and maybe, just maybe, that'll be enough to turn the tide for Nicolas Colt. As a victory over Brian Cole would definitely be huge, but I'm getting off topic of this one, where we see Demon Douglas going one-on-one with John Morrison. Like I said, we haven't seen John Morrison since Capital Punishment. Have to wonder if he has some ring rust on him. And now, as we see, went for the punch, but it was John Morrison who countered. And now there's another punch to the face, but Demon Douglas counters now and went for the enziguri, but John Morrison rolls out of the way. I'm trying to get a drink. All right, it was out of my reach, so I had to sort of back away from it. Anyway, rolling elbow from Demon Douglas as he went for the punch to the face, but John Morrison blocked it into a headlock. And now a nice reverse DDT from Demon Douglas. And now here's John Morrison with the offense. A nice swinging neck breaker there. Well, not a swinging neck breaker, but it's a neck breaker. I don't know exactly what type that is. But a back suplex by John Morrison. Alright, that should be it for the drinks. That should get me through the rest of the commentary. Anyway, so now there's a head scissors takedown from Demon Douglas. As so far, Demon Douglas has had the upper hand for the majority of the match. Or for like a larger portion of the match than John Morrison. He's had the upper hand. Went for a second clothesline, but it was John Morrison who countered with a flapjack. And now, Demon Douglas quickly, as soon as he was back to his feet, in control, as he went for the enziguri, but once again Morrison rolls, or not rolls out of the way, but he just gets out of the way into a Total World backbreaker. Nice maneuver from Demon Douglas as he's got John Morrison into the corner, and now just punching away at the face of John Morrison with a big right hand. As he's got him down in the corner there, Demon Douglas backing away, and a knee to the face of John Morrison as Morrison was down in the corner there. And now Demon Douglas doing a little bit, taking a chance to taunt, and a big rolling elbow there. There's Demon Douglas taking a moment to admire his handiwork with the taunts, and a big knee to the back of John Morrison. And now Demon Douglas, he's got him in the headlock, but John Morrison throws Demon Douglas to the mat. And I think I've actually figured out what might be one of the problems with why my commentaries like to lag up on me at some points. But now as he bounced him out of the turnbuckle into a face crusher from behind, and John Morrison's been busted open. But like I was saying, because the file sizes of the videos is so big, because I record 2 episodes at once, and maybe because of the file type also, but anyway, because the way, like how long it takes the recording to actually work, so I end up recording like multiple episodes, and because of the big file size, that I think that might be why it is, why it's like lagging on me and stuff for the commentaries. As we see Demon Douglas, we've seen this before, just showing off the acrobatics, elbow to the face, reverse elbow, and now continuing to drive the elbows into John Morrison. We see 2 there, and now there's a third by Demon Douglas after taking a moment to admire his work. And now Demon Douglas face crusher, driving John Morrison face first into the mat. And Demon Douglas, oh my god, we saw this last week when he stole Nicolas Colt's finisher, and now he's looking to put away Morrison here. And here we go, there's the C4 by Demon Douglas, looking to beat Morrison with his own finisher, Shades of Capital Punishment, and 3, or Shades of Over the Limit, I should say. But Demon Douglas defeats John Morrison with the C4. And John Morrison appears to be hurt here, folks. He's getting carried out on a stretcher. This can't be good.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, from parts unknown, Eliminator 17. approaching the ring from your darkest fears, Azrael.
Welcome back to Wednesday Night Wipeout, as we see Eliminator 17 going one-on-one with Nick Colt, what's his name? Nick Correa in his newest creation, well, not creation, but his newest look, I should say. He's got a new look to him. He now goes by Ape Azrael, or not Azrael, Ape Azazel, I gotta work on the name. But anyway, so we see Eliminator 17 going up against, I'm just going to call him Nick Correa, because that's what he used to be, until I get the name right, so I'll just call him Nick Correa. And there's a big chop to the back of the head of Nick Correa, who hasn't been seen in in-ring competition for a long time, so he probably has some ring rust. But you have to wonder why he's being fed to Eliminator 17. As we know, the UCW talent executive Slater, since his return, he's been behind the bookings of a lot of matches. So you have to wonder why exactly Eliminator 17 has been paired up with a guy like Nick Correa, whereas with the God, I can't speak now because I took a break there. But there's a reverse inverted Frankensteiner from Nick Correa. But we know Eliminator 17 lost to Max Bell last week, and it's a little bit of an interesting decision not to have 17 go one-on-one with Max Bell, or someone of the latter, someone who 17 might have a beef with. But, I mean, we know with a guy like 17, he could easily have a beef with anybody, so that's not really something to look forward to, or I don't know what I'm saying. As he went for the chop to Nick Correa, and now, as Nick Correa is up to his feet, he's about to get dropped back down as he's got him up for the Gorilla Press Slam. Nice move there by 17. And now he's got him in the headlock, and just pounding away at the back of Nick Correa, who can't even stand up now, as he just keeps getting dropped by 17 with the double axe handles and the punches to the back. And now this could be it, folks, as 17 trying to set him up here for the choke slam as he sends Nick Correa crashing into the mat. And that could be it. This match was really over before it even began as he hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, 17 defeats Nick Correa. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying the program, but I just have one quick announcement before our main event between Brian Cole and Nicolas Colt. Tomorrow night on Thursday Night Takedown, I've got a treat for you. Not only will we see the debut of 3 new superstars in a 4-man over-the-top rope challenge in preparation for the Overboard pay-per-view, but you will also get to see UCW's savior, Jam, will be competing once again in just his 4th match on television tomorrow night. So I hope you all enjoy that. Let's resume the programming.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from WWE, the undisputed wrestler champion, Nicolas Colt. Approaching the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, the Archangel, Brian Cole.
we get on to our main event contest of this edition of Wednesday Night Wipeout. It's between Nicolas Colt and Brian Cole. The UCW Champion Nicolas Colt himself taking on Brian Cole after last week. Slater made the announcement after Brian Cole's statements in that little vignette that cut UCW off the air for a short amount of time, that Brian Cole would get what was coming to him in this match against Nicolas Colt. So we'll have to see exactly what's going to go down here. But this is definitely going to be one hell of a fight between both these two men, as both superstars have proven that they can go the distance. We'll just have to see who is the greater superstar on this night, as we see Brian Cole sporting a new look to him. And this is when the audio gets back in sync. That's really more for me when I'm editing this. But anyway, slap to the face, and now a twist of fate off the top rope. As Brian Cole, he hasn't been seen in any in-ring competition for a little while. Has he competed since Capital Punishment? I'm not sure. He probably has, but I mean, he's been out of action for like a week or two. So I mean, Brian Cole, he's been out of action for a little bit, but I'm sure he spent that time preparing and not just working on his new attire. That he's done plenty of preparing for that UCW Overboard match that's coming up, which Brian Cole says he will win. So I guess we'll have to find out if that statement will be true or not. But there's a big roundhouse kick to the face by Nicolas Colt. And for that Overboard match, I'm definitely going to have to put that in story mode. And that is going to take that's going to take forever to load. Oh my god, I'm going to have nightmares about that leading up to it. But oh my god, that's going to be terrible. I might just have to make a whole separate episode for the Overboard match. I don't know. Probably not. But anyway. So, oh god, and I still have Royal Rumble coming up later on. Oh my god. So the next several months of Universe Mode are set to be entertaining, to say the least. But anyway, so yeah, for that Overboard match, I'm gonna have to put it in story mode because reasons. I'm not gonna tell you why. That could spoil things. So no, I'm kidding. I'm just not gonna tell you. But you know, there's certain reasons why I feel that it needs to be in story mode. Maybe I want to have a certain like entry thing, because I mean, what if we just start out with two people nobody knows? Because I mean, there are some superstars who haven't really been used. So say we start out with some like smaller mid-card guys. I mean, I'd rather start out with like somebody big or do something like that. Just try to arrange the order so that it would be more entertaining, because that's my goal with this Universe Mode, is to entertain the masses. But I don't know, I'm like the Damian Sandow of entertainment. I don't know. And now there's a stomp to the chest of Brian Cole by Nicolas Colt. And he went for the chop, but it was, or the uppercut, like a knife hand uppercut or something, I don't know. But Brian Cole back to working on the arm, driving with like a doubled, almost like a backbreaker to the arm with the knees. I don't know what to call that. But there's the uppercut by Nicolas Colt, staggering Brian Cole, who counters. And there's a nice flying clothesline, knocking Nicolas Colt over the top rope with a drop kick. Nice move by Brian Cole. As Brian Cole now going to the outside, there's a nice jab to the back. And there, I'm going to call that a knife hand uppercut, because I don't know what else to call it. And it's not a normal uppercut, so I can't call it that either. Headbutt by Nicolas Colt. And now Nicolas Colt in control here on the outside. And the Irish whip sending Brian Cole into the ring. And there's a chop to the chest and a big boot to the side of the head of Brian Cole, as Nicolas Colt climbing up the steel steps, going to the top rope here. There's a punch to the face, and he went for the clothesline, but he got countered once again by Brian Cole. As Nicolas Colt just doesn't have a lot. Nicolas Colt just doesn't have much luck coming down off the top rope. As we've seen, he's just getting countered all over the place by Demon Douglas, by Brian Cole. Nicolas Colt's going to have to think of something else to do for his offense. He hits a drop toe hold, and now working on the knee. And that's, well, I guess that's one way to change up your offense. Try to pick apart a body part. That would definitely be a way to take advantage of the match. And now a chop block to the leg, as it looks like that's where Nicolas Colt is now aiming, as he's going right after that knee, as he twists it up there in that dragon sweep leg breaker. Or whatever, I botched that, oh well. And now he's setting him up here with the amateur wrestling takedown, slam, mat, bomb, I don't know what to call it. But anyway, and now he went for the cover, but Brian Cole kicking out, not even a one count. And there was a kick to the leg as he went for a chop block. But there we go with a nice arm trap neck breaker by Brian Cole. And there's an elbow. That's one thing I think would be pretty cool for WWE2K14 to add in, or not WWE2K14, but just WWE games in general for the future. Make more like realistic counters, like say if you're going for a chop block like that and they counter to a back body drop, you kind of wonder how that happens, how low they'd have to get to like throw you up there, or just like a what's another one that I can think of? Like, say you're going for a running high knee, like Triple H's knee, and they counter into, like that arm trap neck break or something, where you're, like, up in the air. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. That'd become something kind of cool to see, like, interactive counters or something like that. But, that probably a while. Maybe that'd be something we could see in WWE 2K15, who knows. But, I mean, like, what they've done with, as we see, he was trying to, or the ref was counting for the disqualification there, but he got him off the ropes. But anyway, what was I saying earlier? Like, I said about what was the one thing they added? Oh yeah, like the reversals, where they yes, they countered it. No, where they, like, changed up the reversal system to make it more interactive. I mean, I could see it happening. It's not something that's so far-fetched it's never going to be in a WWE game. But to get something like the counters like that, where a certain move happens, I mean, it's not impossible for them to do it. I mean, it's not a far-fetched idea. It's something I could see them doing in the future. We're just going to have to be patient and wait and see. But there's a suplex by Nicolas Colt as I got away from the match there. Now Nicolas Colt dropping the elbow there with a little bit of flair before that. And now he kicks him in the gut, and there's a stunner! The stunner, the jawbreaker, from whatever you want to call it, as Brian Cole rolls out of the ring as Nicolas Colt was flipping on the bird, or the double bird, I should say. And now Brian Cole, that gave him the opportunity to recover. That was a very smart move. Alright, sorry I got distracted. They're doing stuff for, like, Mariano Rivera, because, you know, I'm a Yankees fan, and they're showing, like, a whole bunch of stuff with Mariano Rivera. So, yeah, I was getting distracted by that, but I'll focus on the match now. As you see Brian Cole, he's got Nicolas Colt up against the barricade, and now he throws him into the steel steps, just trying to throw Nicolas Colt off guard, maybe. And now he's setting him up there. Brian Cole, a spear through the barricade, taking down Nicolas Colt. And there, as you see, the instant replay takes him down there. But yeah, I'm a pretty big I've been a Yankees fan. I think really the main reason I became a Yankees fan is because I was a Giants fan, and I just went after the Yankees for some reason. I don't know. But Mariano Rivera, he's a closing legend. I think I'm getting off topic. I'm going to end it right after I say this, but the record for playoff saves, like, over a career, like, it was, Mariano Rivera has it with, like, 40-something. The closest was, the next closest was 18, so that's just how awesome Mariano Rivera is. But now we're going to get into the match. As we see, there's a drop kick into the corner by Brian Cole, as it looked like Nicolas Colt was trying to get fired up there, but Brian Cole shut that down. He would have none of that. And now he sets him up for a snap suplex. Nice move by Brian Cole as Nicolas Colt rolls out of the ring, back into the ring, into a headlock by Brian Cole. And now Colt counters, went for the uppercut, but there's a forearm to the face. And now Brian Cole sending him over the top rope here. But there's an elbow to the face by Nicolas Colt. And here's Nicolas Colt. This time thought better of it. Didn't go to the top rope or a springboard. And now there's Brian Cole taking him down with a leg sweep. And now Brian Cole dragging him, maybe looking to get the win off of that. Off the side Russian leg sweep, hooks the leg. One, but a kick out by Nicolas Colt. And now as you see, there's a chop block once again going after the knee of Brian Cole. And there's an elbow drop right at the joint. To the kneecap. I don't know, it's a joint too, I don't know. But now there's a thumb to the eye by Brian Cole. And here's Brian Cole. He went for the forearm, or whatever. He went to attack him from behind, but it was countered. Or no, Nicolas Colt just got out of the way. And now here we see that both superstars in a headlock, or both superstars were in a lockup, and Nicolas Colt was able to outpower Brian Cole and gain control as he's got Brian Cole positioned up on the top rope here. And there's a Frankensteiner off the top rope, a Hurricanrana. And now here's Nicolas Colt looking to get fired up here. And now Nicolas Colt, but it was a counter by Brian Cole. And Brian Cole now in control. There's a knee to the gut. And here we go. There's a leg drop to the back of the head, driving him face first into the mat, pulling him away from the ropes, looking to go for the cover. Will this be it? 1, 2, no, kick out by Nicolas Colt at almost a 2 count. And there's a kick to the gut by Nicolas Colt as he picks up Brian Cole for a back suplex and kips up back to his feet. As Nicolas Colt now in control, spinning Brian Cole around, trying to disorient him. But Brian Cole would have none of that, and there's some elbows to the side of the head. And a drop kick to the back of Nicolas Colt. As now Brian Cole picking up Colt here. And now he's setting him up for the kill switch, a face plant. I don't know what to call it. I'll just call it the kill switch. But anyway, as Nicolas Colt's been busted open, this is Brian Cole's chance, and now he's setting up Nicolas Colt for a brainbuster. That's something we don't see too often from Brian Cole. Maybe possibly mocking Therm's thermal bomb. I don't know. 1, and a kick out by Nicolas Colt as he's still in it. He's not going to give up that easily. And there's a knife hand uppercut to Brian Cole. And now he's just kicking Brian Cole in the face. And now it's Nicolas Colt back in control as he takes him down with a modification of a black hole slam there. Kick to the leg and a flying forearm to the face as he kips up back to his feet. And now Nicolas Colt, he's got him here, setting up Brian Cole for a T-bone suplex, also hooking the bad leg while he was at it. And now a little taunt there, a little salute from Nicolas Colt as he's got Brian Cole, maybe looking to end it here, bouncing him out of the turnbuckle. And there's a left hand, a left hook to the face of Brian Cole, and that could be it. Nicolas Colt dragging Brian Cole away from the ropes. Brian Cole, he's out of it. 1, 2, 3, and Nicolas Colt with what some people could argue a heap set in a great match defeats Brian Cole in the main event, knocking Brian Cole out with that left hand. And Nicolas Colt that's definitely going to change the momentum leading into Overboard against Demon Douglas for the UCW Championship in their match. Big victory for Nicolas Colt, defeating a huge, arguably one of the top guys in UCW in Brian Cole. And Nicolas Colt trying to prove that he belongs up there. I believe he's done that tonight if he hadn't already. Thanks for watching. I burped. Keep on YouTubing.